Welcome to tonight's broadcast of Mingus Marauder Football. This year's Verde Valley TV presentation of Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by Jones Ford Verde Valley. On Highway 260, visit Jones Ford, Arizona's best. Bedrock Landscaping, Materials and Supplies. Have it delivered or stop by their yard on Highway 89A in Cottonwood. Larry Green Chevrolet in Cottonwood. Find them online at larrygreenchevrolet.com and find out how easy it is to buy a new car at Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical. For all of your HVAC needs, don't settle, get Gettles. Salt River Materials Group, a premier employer and community supporter in the Verde Valley. Taylor Waste, clean, secure, and locally owned garbage and recycling services in the Verde Valley and in the Quad Cities. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by the Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today and create a stronger tomorrow. All Price Insurance, your local provider for personal and commercial insurance. Find them at 116 North Main Street in Cottonwood. Best by Far, heating and cooling. When you need the best, they're the best by far. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, business and sporting apparel and more. Visit them online at rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by Tiffany Construction, building Arizona since 1925. Desert View Chiropractic. Send your athlete ready to grow and play with help from Desert View Chiropractic. Manhattan. They've got you covered with sports caps, sun hats, cowboy hats, and more. At Manhattan, they've got you covered. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by D-Best Plumbing. Get it done right the first time. Call D-Best Plumbing. Yavapai College, supporting local athletes and scholars. Visit yc.edu and get started building your career today. Big Brand Tires on Highway 89A in Cottonwood and online at bigbrandtire.com. Now let's head to the field with your play-by-play announcer, Jackie Bessler.
Welcome, one and all, here to Prescott High School, home of the Badgers. Jackie Bessler, Nick Yatsenko along with us out here today. What a fantastic evening it is. It has turned almost football weather, as this will be our last road game.
Thank
before
goodness.
we get to come home and play Coconino. Do you remember where we live?
No, just the song Wake Me Up When September Ends won't leave my head.
Oh, no doubts. No doubts. 4 road games in a row, 2 of them on the western side of Yavapai County. This one against the Prescott Badgers here. And I talked about football weather. What do you think?
58 degrees at kickoff tonight, Jackie. This is football weather. Usually we're here towards the end of the season and it's freezing cold. This is perfect. This is nice. This is a cool, crisp 58 degrees.
It is the end of September. I do not have my long johns on, broadcasting outside in the stands here at Prescott High School. It's true.
I didn't bring him either.
Good. Mingus blanked by Bradshaw, 59-0. Prescott loses to Lee Williams, the defending Grand Canyon Region champion, 29-3, and they have to do so. They throw a backup quarterback into that mix. We're going to talk about that and so much more when we return to Prescott High School coming up after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini split's making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic. The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
The Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to support the businesses, families, and future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdevalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create a stronger tomorrow. Go Marauders!
Badgers, Jackie Bessler, Nick Yatsenko. There we go. Back here at Prescott High School, home of the Badgers. And last game, the Mingus Marauders fell to the Bradshaw Mountain Bears on the road. A score of 59-0. Mingus struggled in that one. It was a game of field position, and unfortunately, Mingus only able to come up with 3 or 4 first downs in that entire game, Nick. The defense from Bradshaw was stifling, suffocating.
It was.
There's all sorts of adjectives that I could really go for here.
Yeah, and honestly, we made it too easy for Bradshaw to win with that field position, which we'll talk about later in the pregame. But yeah, Jackie, I mean, really the Bears held the Marauders last week. Rushing game, we had Dawson Rice rush for 22 yards, Remington Stokes for 26 yards, Shane Chupp for 11 yards, and then moving down, we had Brian Moreno with 7 tackles on the game, Dawson Rice with 8, Sosa was all over the field with 7 tackles, Remington Stokes 14 tackles. So we had our defenders, A-game was on. I mean, those guys were all over the field making plays, and it was just a lot. The Bears used a lot of different weapons, and like you said, partner, they definitely won the field position battle.
Well, we're going to talk about injuries here real quick. Leo Valea out here for the season, a fracture in the ankle, and so he will be out for the season. Most likely we're not going to get him back. He wants to, heal and go back to the soccer field, and hopefully he'll be able to get back to the soccer field for that. Shane Chupp went down in that game, number 1 running back here for the Mingus Marauders. That one is extremely costly. That is a sprain. He is on the sideline. He will be out here today. He tells me that he will be, in fact, he almost promised me that he would be back for next game versus Coconino at home. So we will be without Shane Chupp out here today. So lots of changes going on. You mentioned Sousa. He will be the Joker safety here today. Tristan Tim will be one of the bandit safeties out here. Moreno will keep his rover position, but you're going to have Matthew Dunlap starting at a cornerback position, Remington Stokes moving to another cornerback position, and Remington Stokes will be doing the kicking duty most likely here today for the Mingus Marauders. Probably the most impressive play we saw versus Bradshaw is he goes in for his first punt of the season, decides out of the back of his own end zone, decides not to punt, but rather runs 26 yards for the first down and one of our 2 first downs in the second half.
Yeah, one of the longest carries of the game, and it comes on a fake punt. Was it a fake punt, or what? Maybe Remington just was like, I'm taking this out, and what a play. Yeah. I mean, from the back of your own end zone, when your heels are touching almost the back, he takes it out and gave the Marauders a little bit of life. Just obviously wasn't enough to win a game or make it a game, but nonetheless, a good highlight play for that young man.
Scared me. I do not have that kind of guts, though, I'll tell you. Mingus Marauders here today. Their schedule, St. Mary's 4-0. They beat Mesquite 49-28. They'll host 3-1 Gila Ridge. Estrella Foothills is also 4-0. They beat North Canyon, the Rattlers. They got home field advantage against Agua Fria, who is 1-3. They should have a relatively decent time with that one. Yonker, well, they're 4-0. They doubled up Moon Valley 28-14. They will travel to Alhambra, who is 0-4, and not one of the 4 teams that they have started with has won a game so far. Bradshaw has evened out at 2-2, blanking Mingus, and they are on the road to Mojave. Oh, wow. Matt, good luck. Please drive safe, man, I'll tell you. Prescott, of course, upended by Lee Williams 29-3. They'll host Mingus here tonight. Coconino upset Mojave 35-22, and they will be at Sunrise Mountain. That's 5A Sunrise Mountain. They have a record of 1-3 so far this year. Maricopa's 2-2. They lost in overtime to Flowing Wells, and they will be at undefeated Desert View here tonight. Mojave lost at Cocoa. They'll welcome Bradshaw. Flagstaff lost big 63-21 to Paradise Valley, and they will take on Lee Williams in the Dome here tonight. That'll be an interesting one to watch. And then Lee Williams, of course, beat this Prescott squad on the road last week. They now go 3-1, and they are off to Prescott. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll recap that Prescott-Lee Williams game, take a look at last year's game, and a little bit of history between these teams when we return to Prescott High School after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big brand tire and service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
The high school. There we go. Back here at Prescott High School, home of the Badgers. We are getting ready here for our Grand Canyon Region matchup here. Out of the gate, Lee Williams, the Grand Canyon Region champion from last year, took care of business 29-3 over the Prescott Badgers last week. Prescott had to go with a sophomore quarterback and go with their backup quarterback because of an injury. James Hefferon, a sophomore, came out 8 for 14, only had 26 yards on the game and had 2 interceptions, the only 2 turnovers in the game. Lee Williams held Prescott to just 108 yards on the ground. Johnson had 30 yards and 8 carries. Chamberlain, 38 yards on 7 carries, 108 yards altogether. 4 receptions out there for Miller Terry, as he had 14 yards on 4 receptions. Meanwhile, Lee Williams, 3 of 5 for 24 yards and 1 touchdown in the air. Did not throw much. They were run heavy. 275 yards, averaging 6.4 yards per run, 43 carries, and they took advantage of those 2 interceptions against the Prescott Badgers here. And that was last week. That was the opening round for the Grand Canyon region for the Prescott Badgers. Mingus did not fare well, losing 59-0 to Bradshaw. But last year, how did we do?
Yeah, last year against this Prescott Badger team, Jackie, Prescott pretty much had their way with us. We lost 40-0. Weren't able to get much going. We did have more passing yards than rushing. So, there's a couple highlights there. We had 100 yards passing last year, only 24 yards rushing. So, Marauders are going to have to do a little bit better job this year if we want a chance to beat these Badgers. Last year, Tennant was a senior, and man, was he a good quarterback for the Badgers. Total passing yards for the Badgers last year was 281 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception in that game against us. Rushing the ball, the Marauders able to hold the Badgers to 100 yards rushing. And the Badgers actually used 6 different backs to get that 100 yards. So the Marauders able to find a little bit of success stopping that rushing game. Definitely going to need that into play tonight.
No doubt. Taking a look at the Prescott Badgers here in the 2025 season. Giovanni Polghisi, the senior, out. He was 9 for 22, 233 yards, had 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, a quarterback rating of just over 100. James Heffron, the sophomore, comes in. He's 18 for 31 on the season, 143 yards. So far, has 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions on the season so far. Now, Braylon Johnson, a junior, 49 carries, 340 yards. He's averaging pretty close to about 80 yards or 90 yards here per game, 6.9 per carry. He's got 3 touchdowns. And then the big rusher is Chamberlain, a senior. Jacob, 65 carries, 538 yards. He's got 134.5 yards per game average, 6 touchdowns. Overton adds another 64 yards on 12 carries. Receiving, the top receivers out there are going to be Phillips. He's got 84 yards on the season. Diener has 43 yards on 3 receptions. Miller Terry, 15 receptions, 172 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the season. So Mingus is definitely going to have to, I think, perhaps even key in on the running game to start with.
Yeah, Jackie, and this Prescott Badgers team that's just starting their region play, they're really hungry. I mean, this is a 2-2 team that made playoffs last year, has implications of winning another region championship and making playoffs again. So they're sitting at 2-2 right now on the season. They were able to beat Greenway at Greenway 49-3. So they definitely handled business that first game of the year. Then a close loss to Thunderbird, 38-35. Thunderbird is definitely a battle-ridden team that's a playoff quality team as well. Northwest Christian, Prescott able to come away with a win there at home here against Northwest Christian, 50-36. And then, like you'd mentioned earlier, partner, at Lee Williams, they lose that one 29-3. So only able to get a field goal out of that. Lee Williams really showed up defensively.
So it goes win, loss, win, loss. There's a pattern here.
Loss.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Looking for that last loss here. However, Prescott has definitely taken advantage of the more recent history between these two squads.
Oh, no doubt, partner. The last 10 matchups between the Badgers and the Marauders, Prescott has won the last 6. And get this, the first 4 were won by Mingus.
Oh, there we go.
So, really, Prescott won the last 6. I mean, undisputed, man. 283 points forced to 88 for the Marauders. So, in that span of games, the Badgers really doing some damage on us. Before that, in 2015 to 2018, the Marauders had them for 4 games in a row, and it was flip-flopped. Marauders able to force 125 points on the Badgers in those 4 games and only gave up 35 points.
I want to thank some of our Mingus Marauder sponsors this year, which include Larry Green Chevrolet. I want to thank Gettles High Desert Mechanical, All Price Insurance as well. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups, key to the games, national anthems around the corner too.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
We're getting ready for football out here tonight. The Grand Canyon region matchup here. The Prescott Badgers hosting the Mingus Marauders. I want to thank some of our sponsors, including Jones Ford, who is our scoreboard sponsor. Sparklight will sponsor our coin toss here tonight. Bedrock Landscaping, as well as Best by Far. Salt River Materials Group and Taylor Waste, who has been with us from the beginning. I want to thank the Verde Valley, Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, as well as Roxu, Tiffany Construction, and Desert View Chiropractic. Manhattan, that's a great store, by the way. Tiffany Construction, D-Best Plumbing, and Yavapai College, as well as Big Brand Tires. Our halftime sponsor is Hyundai of Cottonwood, as well as 360 Automotive, our post-game sponsor out here today, as we're getting about ready for our Sparklight coin toss out here. And it looks like Mingus is going to go seniors again. Looks like, no, is that Bejarano who's going to be a captain out there as well for the Mingus Marauders? Looks like Watson and Rice. Probably Stokes is second to the right there.
Yeah, can't quite tell, but I definitely like seeing the young sophomore quarterback out there as a captain there, Jackie. That's the young sophomore has showed great leadership all season long, and we have seen him make some really smart plays with the ball, especially just for his age and first year starting at quarterback.
It is tough to be a sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt.
It is extremely difficult. There is no doubt about it. I do want to thank our first fans that have decided to sit on our side of the entire stadium here. Just the two fans that we have off to our right here. Everybody else went off to the left and would not sit anywhere near us. I'm having a little bit of a complex with that.
I wonder if it has anything to do with a crowd mic.
Maybe it could. I do not know. Mingus defense out here today. Tristan Tim is going to start at the bandit position. Ryan Sosa is going to get the middle safety position. Brian Moreno will be the right safety here today. Linebacker is going to be Moore, Rice, and Hasseman. Remington Stokes is going to take over as a cornerback out here. Matthew Dunlap is going to get the start at the other cornerback position. As Shane Chupp, well, maybe next week he'll be back for the Mingus Marauders. Remington Stokes most likely doing kickoffs and punting here today. Defensive ends will be back as on one side, Patton on the other, with Jordan Watson, number 73, in the middle. Offensively, the Mingus Marauders have some changes as well.
Yeah, we're going to see out at wide receiver, we'll see Andre Joy out there. We'll see 23, Wyatt Wilhide. Then at tackle, Reese Ralston. Moving inwards on the line, Jordan Watson. Trenton Patton at that center position. Landon Backus at guard, wearing the number 52. And then right tackle, number 70, Esquivel. And then we have Cameron Houseman and Nick Brewer. Going to wrap up that side. And then, of course, our sophomore quarterback, Hunter Bejarano. And then running, we're going to have Remington Stokes fill in for Shane Chupp.
So Stokes in the backfield here today. That'll be very interesting. Yeah. What do you come up with for keys of the game here for the Mingus Marauders?
Yeah, keys of the game, Jackie's definitely going to be a better job of time of possession. I mean, we saw Bradshaw hold the ball and win the field position battle all week last week, it seemed like. So if the Marauders can have the ball for more possessions, more time of possession is going to be key tonight. Then one of the other things we talked about too is we got to take advantage of Prescott having a backup quarterback. So I think a big key is to make the Badgers throw the ball. If we can get them out of the run game, stop them on some runs, make them throw it, might make the quarterback uncomfortable who's filling in for them. And then just to go along with that, force some turnovers, Jackie.
Our coin toss out here is brought to you by Sparklight. Sparklight proudly serves the Prescott Valley, Cottonwood, Payson, Show Low, and now the Verde Villages. I have been able to use them as well in the Bridgeport area, which is awesome. Sparklight bringing their fastest, most reliable fiber-fueled internet to the Verde Villages. Now Sparklight is offering 1 gig fiber for only $29.95 for the first 3 months. Restrictions do apply. Visit sparklight.com to learn more. I encourage you, go visit sparklight.com to learn more. Sparklight always working for you. So who won the toss out there?
We got the Marauders winning the coin toss, and they deferred. So the Badgers are going to receive the ball first, and the Marauders will go on defense to start this one out.
Defense indeed for the Mingus Marauders. I was talking to Coach Midkiff, and he said the JV game was pretty close. In fact, the Mingus Marauders lost by 1 score to the Prescott Badgers on the JV squad. And he said that the JV Mingus squad lost the first quarter really badly. Won the second quarter, won the third quarter, won the fourth quarter. A little too late. Driving at the end, had a couple of different drives and opportunities, but unable to cap it off and tie the game late in the game.
It's a game of inches, Jackie, and you never know. I mean, really, any given Friday night, especially when you're in region play, we are very, very familiar with the Badgers as they are with us. So this should be a good one. And, of course, Bradshaw, Prescott in the same kind of vicinity. That's always a great rivalry as well. Good little rivalry between all three of our teams here.
So the Prescott Badgers have 2 back as Stokes is going to approach the ball and kick off for the Mingus Marauders. The Jaws theme from the band out there. And Stokes approaches, pooches it. It's going to come down to a short man at about the 35. Number 42 takes it, tries to go all the way around, tripped up in the backfield. And that is going to be Joy who trips him up. Returning the ball out there for the Prescott Badgers is Caleb Fox.
And it doesn't get any better than that for a coverage team right there. Andre Joy, first one downfield, first one that gets a chance at him, and he makes the tackle.
Heffron will lead his squad out here, the sophomore. This will be his second full game at the quarterback position. And he will hand off, going off to the right side and through the middle. A good game out there. Chamberlain with the carry. He's got over 500 yards so far in the game, or in the season. Brings the ball all the way out to the 45-yard line. Excellent carry of about 14. There's the snap. They try the right-hand side. That one will get stuffed up.
Yeah,
that
great
should
job.
be no gain or short gain, huh?
Big job by the interior defensive line for the Marauders there. There's a Watson in there. Looks like Backus, Patton as well.
Announcer acknowledges Moore being in on the tackle as well. Heffron out of shotgun. Snaps the hands and will hand it off. Chamberlain tries the left-hand side, jumps through, finds a lane in a little bit of a tunnel. Will pick up the first down as he'll get about 13 on the carry.
Yeah, and this Badgers offensive line, Jackie, is pretty sizable. They got some big kids down on that offensive line, and right now they're doing a good job of getting off the ball. The Marauders did a good job on that previous play, but not so much this recent one.
Ooh, there's motion, and they're going to hand it off to Chamberlain. Bounces to the outside, pushes away from a blocker, and takes on the secondary down to near the 20-yard line, maybe at about the 22, and that is going to be another very nice gain.
Yeah, and the Badgers playing very conservative right now, Jackie. No passing plays yet. First possession for them, and it is looking like a running attack.
Well, 19 yards on that one. Offensive line is sizable. We'll get to them in a minute. They put a man in motion. They hand it off. Chamberlain again comes through the middle, and he'll get cut down. Good tackle out there. Short gain of about 3.
Yeah, that's a good job. And I see Dawson getting up from that pile. Looks like Moreno as well. And that's the Marauders secondary stepping up, making a great play there.
It has been all Chamberlain on this drive. But Chamberlain will be just to the right of, no, it's going to be a Wildcat. Put a man in motion, and they hand off. It's going to be number 7, and 7 will wind his way through. That's Braylon Johnson. And Johnson will pick up a little. He'll get down to about the 16-yard line. They give him 2. 3rd down and 3 here for the Prescott Badgers. Probably 4-down territory sitting at the Mingus Marauders 16-yard line. Man in motion goes behind, and they will throw. They throw the ball, and it is going to be covered. They do throw the ball behind the man, and it is going to end up being a fumble and a loss on the play. Mingus had an opportunity to pick up that ball and did not do so, but it is going to be 4th and about 8.
Yeah, to be fair, Jackie, it did look a little close, right? That was a fumble as the rest weren't blowing that whistle, but I think the DBs just thought maybe that was an incomplete pass.
4th down, and they're going to go for it, and the quarterback's going to keep it. Mingus is going to stuff it, and they'll get the ball back on downs. Good defensive stand, no gain out there. As Trace Overton took over at the quarterback position in a Wildcat and could not get the first down. Mingus gets the ball back.
Yeah, that's just absolute grit right there, Jackie. That's wonderful job defensively to hold it up. Squeeze in that line of scrimmage, not let the Badgers get that first down and force the turnover on downs.
Here come the Mingus Marauders, long drive out there, and Mingus will go up the middle. I assume that is Stokes with the first carry, and he's going to pick up about 4.
Yeah, and Remington Stokes always dangerous running the football. These running backs for the Marauders are just brutal. I mean, it is the Marauders' bread and butter, so you'd expect that, but Remington hits extra hard when he's carrying that football.
2nd and 6, just out of their own red zone are the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano out of shotgun, takes a snap. Pitch goes to the outside. There's Stokes, finds a little bit of running room and stumbles forward close to that first down. Ooh, he's going to be just short. Has to get to the 34. He's at the 33.
Yeah, really close on that one, and this opens up the playbook for the Marauders offense. It really does, Jackie. You can kind of go with anything. You can be conservative, run it, right? Had a few successful running plays, maybe a little play action. See what the Marauders opt to do here.
2 receivers, both sides here. And there's the snap, and there goes Stokes. Stokes gets the first down and hits the ball hard. And we'll pick up that first down.
I love it. How about the Badgers offensive line comes out with a lot of rushing plays, and now the Mingus offensive line answering. The big men doing a great job up front right now for the Marauders, moving the chains.
So Stokes has gotten every play so far on this drive. Bunch formation near side. They put a man in motion. That's going to be Brewer. Brewer comes over to a wing position. There's the snap. Quarterback's back, looks to throw. Throws! They throw to Brewer. It is broken up out there. Lots of contact. And
yeah, that's a flag back there, and I think that's going to be maybe roughing the passer, Jackie.
I was watching Caleb Fox go for the ball. It was a great job going for the ball. Ball currently sits at the Mingus Marauder 32-yard line, and they do call it roughing the passer. That is going to be a 15-yarder. I was going to put the Mingus Marauders up to the 48-yard line. So, second first down, this one by penalty.
Yeah, and we'll take it any way we can get it. Right now, the offensive line is earning it, so.
Bejarano might disagree with you.
That was a late one.
Yeah. Out of shotgun is Bejarano. There's the snap, hands it off, and Stokes. Pile drives forward and trying to get a little help to the 50, doesn't. He'll get 1.
Yeah, that's good forward momentum right there just to get the 1. It really looked like Stokes just ran into a big jumbo lineman out there.
Watching Stokes run the ball is like watching a demolition derby.
It is. it really is.
He runs the ball hard in one direction. All right, Mingus gets reset. 3 possible receivers to the near side. Bejarano out of shotgun again. Steps back, looks, throws, has a man to near side. It's going to be Hasseman. Hasseman close to the first down. Out to the, they're going to give it to him. Out to the 42-yard line of the Prescott Badgers. So just like that, Mingus Marauders are in Prescott Badger territory.
Yeah, great play calling here, Jackie. Marauders very much mixing it up on the Badgers.
10 yards on the reception. There's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw. Overthrows Stokes. Had him on the outside, but he had 3 Badgers in pursuit, all showing their teeth.
Yeah, that was a scary one, and Bejarano does the right thing and just kind of throws it quick out there. He did have Remington in the vicinity, but it just goes right over his head, and the Marauders will live to see second down.
2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. 0's on the board. There's the snap. Remington Stokes comes to the near side and off of a block, falls forward and to the right for about 3. 3rd and 7. This is the longest third down the Mingus Marauders have had so far.
Yeah, you almost got to think, Jackie, this could be 2-down territory. So you need 7 yards. You may have 2 plays to get there, right? It's 3rd and 7, but if you can get a handful here and another handful on the next play, you got it.
Patton, the center, goes up, grabs that ball. Everybody else gets set. 2 receivers on the left-hand side. Bejarano, and we have movement. And it looks like we have a false start against the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, that one hurts. That one is almost going to put us in a must-pass scenario.
Brings the ball back to the 44-yard line. So now 3rd and 13 are the Mingus Marauders right in front of us. 5:20 left to go first quarter. Rice, Hossaman, and looks like Lacker out to the right-hand side. Bejarano has got to run, looks to throw, throws it somewhere towards Stokes, but throws it too low. And that is going to be 4th now and 13.
Man, I'll tell you what, Jackie, these 75 DeCourt and 79 for the Badgers. McGlory, they are big boys, Jackie. McGlory 6'6", 315 pounds, and DeCourt listed at 6'3", 230 pounds. And boy, oh boy, does that mean the Marauders' offensive line has their work cut out for them.
So Mingus will set up to punt. Andre Joy's going to come to the near side as a more of a gunner. Stokes, low snap, will pick it up, and he will kick it high. And it will go out of bounds right at the 29-yard line. So just past the first down marker. And that will be where the Prescott Badgers will take over.
Yeah, let's see if we can't have another huge defensive stand by the Marauders. That was a great job last time of stopping them at the line of scrimmage. They're going for 4th down. That was 4th down territory earlier for them, and Marauders force a turnover on downs. This time the Badgers have a field to go.
Heffron back at quarterback, takes the snap, will hand it off as Johnson tries the right-hand side, gets his legs taken out. Looks like Moreno out there, but good gain of 8.
Yeah, and Jordan Watson getting back there off his defensive line position.
8-yard gain.
Big guys moving around out there.
Quickly, back to the line are the Prescott Badgers, almost in a little bit of a hurry up. They put a man into motion. There's the snap. Second back gets it near side, and Moore will wrap him up, but he'll pick up another first down all the way to the 45-yard line. Give him 7.
Yeah, and boy, oh boy, we are really seeing the rushing game for the Badgers here, Jackie. They are leaning heavily on that.
1st and 10 at the Badgers 45. Prescott with the ball. They set up now 3 receivers to the far side. 1 back in the backfield. They take the snap. They throw it. They throw it high as he gets a block. Down the sideline he goes. Sosa will tackle him, but that is going to be a great catch and run out there by Kenny Miller-Terry.
Yeah, and good job by Sosa to make his angle pursuit and make the tackle, because boy, yeah, Miller-Terry almost had a chance to break that, and Sosa forces him out.
22 yards on the reception out there off the screen. And there's the snap. They will hand it off. Chamberlain's back in the game. He bounces off to the right, down the sideline. Mingus trying to pursue him. He steps out, and he will step out somewhere inside the 20, about the 16-yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, most certainly is, and that's going to back the Marauders up. Boy, and this is where the Marauders defense came in clutch last time, Jackie. Maybe not so much room in the backfield, right, for a big pass. The Badgers are closer to the end zone here, so Marauders are going to tighten up defensively.
Man in motion, and Chamberlain comes to the near side, jumping over people. Ooh, and Watson throws him down hard, and he is down. He's having a little trouble getting back up.
Yeah, because I heard that one up here in the stands, Jackie. That you could hear the thump of Chamberlain going down.
So 8 yards on the run. However, he may have to go sit down there for a moment. There's the snap. Quarterback hands it off. Nope, Chamberlain will try again. Mingus down toward the goal line. That's good enough for a first down to the Mingus Marauder 2-yard line.
Yeah, and that's going to give them give the Badgers a first down. So, boy, oh boy, partner. Marauders got their heels in the end zone. The defensive line's got to tighten up and hold tight here.
First and goal. There's the snap, and Chamberlain tries the outside. Mingus, good pursuit out there. Mingus getting into the backfield. They help him up, and that will be no gain. Might even be a tackle for a loss. I think he lost one.
Yeah, it looks like Sosa in there, help making that play. You see the replay there. That's an outstanding job. There's 3 or 4 Marauders in the backfield making that play.
2:38 left to go, first quarter. Prescott trying to score first here in this one. First and goal from the 3. Right hash mark is the spot. Mingus trying to pursue, and out to the edge and into the end zone without a problem is going to be Johnson. They were able to contain the Mingus Marauder defense inside. He had all sorts of room out to the left for the touchdown.
Yeah, most certainly did. The Badgers do a really good job on this left side of the field of just kind of closing it down. There was really no Marauders on the outside. Looked like maybe Moreno spinning at the end to try to get there, but Badgers do a good job of finding the open field.
Johnson with the 3-yard run for the touchdown. Extra point is coming up. High snap. Kick is low, and it is still good as Costas will put it in to add the extra point. 7-0. Badgers on top. Mingus will get the ball after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Well, the Mingus Marauders need to respond here, and they're getting some coach up here. Coach Midkiff is out there talking about the return and how they can possibly put this return together to do something well. Field position will be huge out here. Tim will be back. Andre Joy will be back, as those two will take their spots to possibly return this kickoff.
Looking to give the Marauders some kind of spark here.
Costas is ready, approaches the ball, he'll kick it. That one's fairly deep, and that'll go into the end zone. The touchback will not give the Mingus Marauders an opportunity. Talk about kicks landing in the landing zone. Where are Cardinal fans?
Oh, heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh.
That was absolutely, just when you think, okay, we got this, right?
28 seconds left, one timeout. Mike, put it in the end zone, baby. Come on. Are you kidding me?
That was very disheartening as a Cardinal fan.
Brutal.
Bird gang forever.
Oh, man. That one hurt. Didn't miss it by much. I know he was trying to dribble it up there to waste 10 seconds with the ball bouncing around, but didn't get that to happen. Here we go. In high school football, you put the ball on the 20. That's old school rules. Here come the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano will turn around and pitch it to Sousa. Sousa down the left line, and he'll pick up the first down out to the 32-yard line. That was an interesting play.
Yeah, I love that, Jackie. A little bit of deception from the Marauders as Bejarano takes that snap, and it looks like he might roll out, and then just a quick shovel pass right underneath to Sosa, who's running the other direction. That is a good little counter play that gets the Marauders a first down.
2:07 left to go here. First quarter action. Bejarano goes all the way to the sideline to get the play. Calls it out. Everybody checks their wrist. Patton takes his spot at center. Got Watson and Backus as the guards. Bejarano checks one more time. He's got two receivers near side movement. Yep, and unfortunately Mingus was moving when the snap happened.
No, that one's going to hurt a little bit. Going to back the Marauders up.
Well, We'll see if Prescott accepts it. There was no run. There was no gain on the run. So I wonder if they'll take 2nd and 10 or they'll take 1st and 15.
Jackie, also tonight we got ASU playing. A weird Friday night game for ASU right now. Second quarter, TCU is up against the Sun Devils 17-7.
Oof. 1st and 15. The Mingus Marauders behind the chains out here. Ball at the 27-yard line. Time becoming a factor here. Sousa comes out to the near side. And there's the snap. It's going to be a pitch. Pitch coming around. Stokes is trying to outrun the defense. Can't get it done. Good play out there as the safety came up to make the play. That's Whalen.
Yeah, that's a great pursuit by the defense. I mean, Whalen, that's for all you young DBs and safeties out there, that's how you do it. I mean, Remington really got that going to the sidelines and just couldn't catch the edge.
Had blockers out in front of him, but no one got that one in the Yellows, uniform. 44 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. There's the snap. Bejarano's back. Has a little time. Now he's running out of time. Throws, and he's picked off. Coming the opposite way, and Mingus will get it down at about the 15-yard line. Interception out there by Trace Overton.
Yeah, and that one hurts, right? You can see the replay there is a lot of pressure on Bejarano. He's almost getting taken down from behind, and I think he sees some white jersey, right? The Badgers have white helmets, a little bit of a cluster of players. He just tosses it up, and Badgers make a great defensive play on that.
Turnovers deep in Mingus Marauder territory. The ball is set up at the 15-yard line. Snap is made. Johnson will try the right-hand side. Gets around a Mingus Marauder somehow, and then gets upended at about the 7-yard line as he'll pick up almost 8. I'm not even sure how he got past that pursuit.
Yeah, and Jackie helps when you have offensive line number 77, Bo Bryce, out there for the Badgers, listed at 6'6", 310 lead blocking for you. That's going to help.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. They're going to switch sides. The Prescott Badgers lead the Mingus Marauders here at the end of quarter 1, 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance on the field to quick recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
For over 60 years, the Glenn Jones name has been recognized for integrity and honesty.
And the Jones Auto Center's in Wickenburg.
Jones Ford Verde Valley.
Take a nice country drive out the Buckeyes.
When you're talking about Arizona's best, you're talking about the Jones Auto Group. It's quick, fast, strong.
I want to invite you to visit our new facility in Casa Grande and enjoy our country-style way of doing business. We're the Joneses.
Back we are here at Prescott High School. There's the snap and the handoff. Chamberlain into the end zone for the touchdown. 7-yard run, second rushing TD out here for the Prescott Badgers. It comes with the first 4 seconds in quarter number 2.
Yeah, and this Badgers offensive line, Jackie, is very much responsible for the success they're having. They are doing a great job, very, very sizable. We've already called out a few of these guys, and they're making it really, really difficult to stop this run.
Chamberlain picks up the TD, and the extra point by Costas is up and good. All right, 14-0. The Prescott Badgers on top. Now we'll take a break. We will return to Prescott High School after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
8-yard touchdown run by Jacob Chamberlain.
The announcer says an 8-yard touchdown run. I had him for 7 out there, but Chamberlain picks up the touchdown. And that is his 7th touchdown of the season so far. Mingus looking to get the ball back. Now, we talked about in pregame, they need to have time of possession. That means that they've really got to try to put a drive together here on this one. Costas will kick this one. This one's going to be short. This one's going to be returnable. Tim takes it about the 15-yard line, tries the right-hand side, gets around the corner, and off he goes. He's got to beat the punter, and the punter slowed him up just enough as Tim returns it all the way down to the 37-yard line of the Prescott Badgers.
How about that? You can see the replay there on your screen. That is just a wonderful return by Tim. One of the best we've seen all season so far, partner. And boy, if that doesn't get your offense fired up, I'm not sure what does.
Well, he got the corner and showed some speed. Mingus Marauders, great field position here. They really do need a score. 5 scores since the Mingus Marauders have put points up on the board. Bejarano out of shotgun. And he'll take the snap, hand it off. It's going to be Stokes. Stokes tries the inside, has to lean forward, gets down to the 35. Will Lacker out there wearing number 20 in a wing position out there for the Mingus Marauders. That's new.
Yeah, it looks kind of like Remington maybe trying to follow that block from Lacker there, and a couple of Badgers held Lacker up, and they just kind of run into each other, but Remington's still able to squeeze a little bit of positivity out of that.
Positivity, huh?
It's further than it was.
It was, that is true. 2nd and 9, bunch formation. Lacker goes out with Hasseman on the right-hand side. Big knee up, nobody moves. And now somebody moves. That's going to be Brewer. Brewer comes back to a wing position. There's the snap. And Bejarano is in trouble. Gets to the outside. Looks for somewhere to go. Throws the ball downfield. Has a man in double coverage. Overthrows Brewer.
Wow, and what a play by Hunter Bejarano. I mean, the pass falls incomplete, but quarterback Bejarano is kind of scrambling for his life back there. He sees the pocket collapsing fast, and he's able to make a move around that big defensive line of the Badgers. That was Dante DeCourt for the Badgers, and Hunter is able to bounce around him. And man, Jackie, he put that ball in only a spot where Nick Brewer could get it. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get it, but that's a good fast throw by Hunter.
2 receivers far side. 2 available receivers to the near side. There's the snap, and a throw comes out to the Lacker on the near side. Overthrew him. And that is going to bring up a 4th down out here for the Mingus Marauders if they've stalled out here at the 36. Now, do you go for it here?
Yeah, I think you go for it, Jackie, and we'll see what the Marauders opt to do. You can try, a short punt.
Do you see a flag? Okay, they were holding the ball like they were going to back it up. Yep, it is declined. So there was a penalty against the Mingus Marauders. That's why. And they decline it. So Mingus now comes out in a punt formation. Stokes is back to punt. This one is a better snap. Oh, he picks it up. Oh, he gets that one off, and it's going to go into the end zone. That one he kicks deep, and it's going to come back out to the 20-yard line. And it's going to be a net punt of about 16 yards, but it puts the Badgers starting at their own 20.
Yeah, that's Remington wants that one back. I think he meant to drop that ball at maybe the 5-yard line or so, but he got quite a foot into that one. Ends up being a really big punt and goes.
And I want my 9-iron to land on the green too. We
Dude,
don't get what we want.
Seriously.
All right, here come the Badgers. Efren out of shotgun, has 2 receivers either side, will hand it off. Up the middle, huge hole. Moreno will finally take his legs out, and Johnson will pick up 8.
Braylon Johnson on the carry, picks up 8 yards.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of simplicity right there from the Badgers, right up the middle, using that big offensive line that they have, which they've been doing all night.
Ball's placed at about the 28-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Once again, 2 receivers near side. Prescott in their yellow uniforms, and they will hand off up the middle. Spinning is Chamberlain. Chamberlain tries to get to the outside, finally getting a hold of him. Bringing him down by the ankle is going to be Moreno.
And that is a heck of a run by Chamberlain, Jackie. That is, boy, getting to see that from the bleachers here. That is a really, really good run. Is like you called it. He spins off a Marauder, stiff arms a Marauder, breaks a tackle. It's a first down for the Badgers.
16 yards on the carry out there. He's 6 foot, 225. And he tries to go through the middle, this time more. That is a textbook tackle right there.
Yeah, it totally is. That's your running back trying to kind of jump through the hole, and Moore does a great job of wrapping up around the legs, making sure he goes down.
Short gain of 2, maybe a long 2 out there. Prescott Badgers with the lead and the ball. They're at their own 46-yard line, second quarter action, 9:20 left. Badgers over the Mingus Marauders 14-0. Out of shotgun, there's the snap, and winding his way through and getting caught up on the Mingus Marauders side of the field. Down to about the 48-yard line. He's going to pick up 6. That's Chamberlain again. Jacob, the workhorse Chamberlain, came in with 65 carries, 338 yards. He's got 100 yards on 12 carries so far here. 3rd and short, a long 2. Out of shotgun, there's the snap. They give it to Johnson. Johnson gets stood up, bounces back though, and off to the races he goes. He's down inside the 20, down to the 15, changes directions and into the end zone. A 48-yard touchdown run by Johnson out there as he changed directions more than a pinball in a machine.
Yeah, and you can see he's got quite a bit of speed too, Jackie. Y'all just saw that instant replay there on VVTV, and boy, oh boy, he's able to use his speed and his moves to cut back to the opposite side of the field and find the end zone for the Badgers again.
8:32 left to go in quarter number 2. That was a breakaway. Costas ready for the extra point. There's a snap, low snap. Hold is good though, and the kick is up and good. 21-0 here. Mingus will get the ball back on the opposite side of this commercial break. We'll be back after this.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big Brand Tire and Service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
So, Mingus, last time the kickoff to Tim. Tim, a fantastic return down to the 37-yard line, 36-yard line of the Prescott Badgers. Mingus stalls out. They give up a first down and then a breakaway. Ouch. Second touchdown for Johnson and the 3rd rushing touchdown out here for Prescott. Costas will put a boot into it. This one is returnable. Tim will take it about the 10-yard line. Tries the right-hand side again. This time he has to cut back, get spun around, and down he goes. And that'll be at about the 21-yard line. So Mingus just better than regular field position.
Yeah, still going to be an uphill battle for the Marauders. And like we talked pregame, time of possession, right? We got to start to take over in that category, and Marauders have a good chance right now. I know you're deep in our side of the field, but Marauders offense can put a drive together here, take some clock off, get some momentum, and build on that.
2 receivers near side. Bejarano trying to find a spark. Actually, spread formation, steps back, looks to throw, throws as Moreno with the reception and spins around, avoids a tackle, picks up a first down. Way to go, young man.
Yeah, that is a great effort play right there. Moreno, no quit. That's a good job of getting tackled, going forward, moving the sticks for the Marauders, and there we go, partner. That's how you want to start a drive.
Number 5 picks up 11 out there for the Mingus Marauders. Back in shotgun are the Mingus Marauders. And they hand off. Moreno will carry it, runs over a would-be tackler and picks up 6. That is an excellent hard run.
Man, how about that? Moreno running the ball and took some notes from Remington. He running that football really hard. All you young running backs, that's what you do. Get north and south. Lower your shoulder pads when you're about to get hit. Moreno does a great job of getting some yards after contact.
Picks up 6. Second and manageable. 2nd and 4 for the Mingus Marauders. 2 receivers either side. Quarterback's back, looks to throw, throws quickly, has a man. That's going to be Sosa. And that'll be real close to a first down marker. Ooh, they're going to put him just short at the 41-yard line. So he'll gain 1, 2, 3, 4. Close to 4 out there.
Yeah, good opportunity right now. Again, it's 3rd and really short, so playbook is pretty much wide open as Coach Midkiff gives that special play that we got coming up to Hunter Bejarano. Runs it into the huddle.
3rd and 1. This is actually an important first down opportunity out here for the Mingus Marauders with 6:30 left to go here in quarter number 2. Out of shotgun is Bejarano. Takes the snap, hands it off. And that's going to be Stokes. Stokes avoids a tackle somehow. He sideswiped. That is, no, is that Rice? Is that Rice in the backfield?
Rice, wow. Dawson Rice with the carry. And yeah, Jackie running a lot like Stokes. And his number was a little bit crunched on that play. And it looked just like him. But nonetheless, nice job, Dawson. Way to lower the shoulder pads and again, get that first down. Move the chains for the Marauders.
Well, the most important move that he made out there was to the side because he had a tackler going at him like a missile.
It was a great cut.
Picks up 2. Mingus Marauders with the first down at the 42-yard line. Bejarano's back. Has some time. Puts it up. He's got Sosa downfield. And it is almost intercepted in and out of the hands out there of Dovit. As Sosa tried to come back for that one just underthrown a little bit.
Yeah, and I love the play call, right? Hunter going for it, and Sosa saw it, no doubt about it. Sosa saw it, tried to come back, but Badgers safeties do a really good job of getting in the way of that one. Those pesky Badgers.
Pesky indeed. 42-yard line, 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 5:39 left to go. Mingus trailing 21-0. Trying to get back into this one. Bejarano looks to throw. Throws. Has a man. It is Moreno. Moreno avoids one tackle. And then Stokes helps tackle him forward for a few more. And he'll pick up about 5.
Great call, partner. He couldn't have called it any better. It's Remington Stokes assisting on the tackle. But, folks, he is tackling Moreno forward, and that is what you want to see. We'll take that extra yard that they were able to get.
So the last time they threw to Moreno, then they turned around and handed the ball off to him. So let's see if they do that again. 5:03 left to go. 3rd and 5. The Mingus Marauders trying to get back into Prescott territory there at their own 47. 3 receivers, bunch formation on the right-hand side. Moreno puts Brewer in motion, comes down to a wing. There's the snap. He steps back, looks to throw, has a little bit of time, throws, and it is too high for Brewer out there. That's going to bring up 4th down. When do you start going for this?
Yeah, we're really close, right? Really close. We know Remington can boot it pretty far, so to be totally fair, that last punt he had would work real well right about now.
Mingus is going to take a break. They're going to talk about it. Maybe there's something sneaky. We will come back after this.
For over 60 years, the Glenn Jones name has been recognized for integrity and honesty.
And the Jones Auto Center's in Wickenburg.
Jones Ford Verde Valley.
Take a nice country drive out the Buckeyes.
When you're talking about Arizona's best, you're talking about the Jones Auto Group. It's quick, fast, strong.
I want to invite you to visit our new facility in Casa Grande and enjoy our country-style way of doing business. We're the Joneses.
Back here at Prescott High School, the Badgers on top of the Mingus Marauders here, 21-0. Mingus with a 4th and 5 at their own 47-yard line. Do they go for it?
Oh, I'm biting my nails over here, partner. Last time, I think we were a few yards closer, and we punted.
Yes, that is true. Mingus shows, actually, the big men are out there. Looks like Mingus might go for this. Mingus does bring themselves out there. They have put a plan together. They're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Here we are. Bejarano takes the snap, looks to the right, looks to the left, runs, needs to run. He's in trouble. Stops, has to turn around and run some more. Looking for a place to block, and he will get tackled for a sack, as he will lose about 3 on that one. I'm not sure that that's the way it was actually drawn up. However, Bejarano ran for about 45 yards.
Just did a beeline.
Yeah.
An absolute beeline, and almost took my breath away on part of that play, Jackie. And he's trying to get to the sidelines over there. He spun around, tried to come back.
First sack for the Prescott Badgers. They sacked the Mingus Marauders 4 times last year. But a short field at the Mingus Marauders 43-yard line.
Yeah, and it's gut check time for the Marauders. Got to come up with a big stop here, down 21-0. Just over 4 minutes left here in this half. Got to get this ball back somehow, partner, and then try to get some momentum and or some points on the board before halftime.
Not sure what the delay is here. Normally, I would say that this would be a media delay, except we're the media.
Yeah, we didn't call this one.
Nah, yeah, I didn't call this timeout, did you?
Well, here comes our white hat. Let's see.
All right, there's the whistle that says everybody's in play.
Just a quick breath.
Efren takes the snap, will hand it off. It is a sweep coming to the near side. Mingus able to eat it up. Yum. That's Nicholas Phillips on the run, and he's going to lose.
Yeah, that's a great job by Houseman and this edge over here for the Marauders. Stopping the Badgers for a loss. That is exactly what we want to see to start this defensive series.
Loss of 3 out there. Sweep does not go well. 2 receivers near side, 2 receivers top side. Here come the Prescott Badgers. There's the snap. Heffern's back. The lefty throws deep, has a man wide open, and he dropped it. Oh my goodness gracious, I think that is Nicholas Phillips again.
Yeah, and he wants that one back.
I'm going to tell that young man, I'll tell you, even the professionals do that. I saw that in the Cardinals game too.
That's right. That is a good shout out.
Yeah.
And yes, that does happen. That is a wide open. I'm sure you're thinking of celebrating your touchdown already.
So that brings up 3rd and 13 now. There's the snap, and they will keep it. No, they hand it off, and it's going to be Johnson. Mingus is going to eat it up in the backfield. Backus in on the tackle. That's going to be another loss, as Johnson will lose 1 and force a 4th down with 3:23 left to go here in the second quarter. Mingus should get the ball back.
Yeah, huge defensive stand by the Marauders. Going to force the punt here by the Badgers, and looks like we're going to send a man deep. Yeah, the Badgers definitely look like they're in punt formation, so Marauders, Jack, are going to get this ball back with 3 minutes left.
Stokes is going to be back for the Mingus Marauders. Coach Midkiff is showing him if you wave like this, that is a fair catch. Prescott letting the clock wind. We're under 3 minutes left to go. There's a snap, high snap, and the punt is partially blocked out there by the Mingus Marauders. Picked up at the 41-yard line, covered out there by Dunlap.
Yeah, what a great job. Looks like Moreno out there. It's like Houseman. Not sure, maybe both of them getting a piece of that. That's incredible. That's a great defensive stand. Definitely something to be proud of and build off of for the Marauders defense. And now, a huge opportunity for the Marauders offense, Jackie. Time to execute well, get down the field. You can take up some clock here, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left until halftime. It's a great chance for the Marauders to eat some clock, get downfield, and get some points.
Mingus still with 2 timeouts as well. Bejarano is going to get a bunch formation to the near side. Checks his wrist. There's the snap, and there's the handoff, and Stokes tries the middle, and will perhaps lose a yard out there.
Yeah, not much going. It looked like maybe Stokes had a little bit of room on this the near sidelines, but he couldn't quite see it. As soon as he got that handoff, there was a wall there.
I was wondering if he was going to run behind the bunch. The bunch of receivers here. They're going to set it back up. Clock rolling, under 2:10 here. Close to halftime. 3 receivers to the far side now. Lacker out there as well. Bejarano takes the snap, steps back, looks to throws, and throws short. Intended receiver was, I think, Brewer out there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Now, wait a second. 1:56 left to go, and it's 3rd and 11. Mingus now definitely needs a first down, otherwise you're potentially giving the ball back to Prescott.
Yeah, that's right, with too much time on the clock. Minute 56 is plenty of time for an offense to work half the field. So Marauders have a chance here. 3rd and long, Jackie. You'd think we're in a pass situation.
The Seahawks can name that tune in 28 seconds. It's a pass to the outside and off the fingertips of Stokes out there, and that stops the clock with 1:53. 4th and 11 now. That was a quick flare pass to the flank out there. Looked like it had a little bit of possibility. Unfortunately, Mingus is now going to have to punt.
And this is going to be a big test for the defense here, trying to keep the Badgers out of the end zone again before halftime.
Stokes is back to punt. A high snap, he gets it, and he does get it off. Big pressure out there, and there's going to take a bounce and a roll down and finally covered somewhere around the 35-yard line. First down for the Prescott Badgers. 1:46 left to go, and I believe 3 timeouts for Prescott.
Yeah, crucial here that the Marauders' defensive line holds strong, and you've got to come up with some kind of turnover here, right, Jackie? You've got to be swiping at that ball. The DB's safeties, be ready to cut on some of these routes. Try to force a turnover here.
Can't let anybody get behind you. Prescott has shown the ability to throw the ball deep. Efren takes the snap and hands it off. And trying the left-hand side, finding a tunnel and a lane. Out there is going to be Chamberlain as he'll pick up 14.
And that's, I imagine, we will see the Badgers. Yeah, they actually look like they're in a hurry-up, Jackie. So the minute 30 left, they are definitely in a hurry-up.
They reset with 3 receivers to the far side. There's the snap. They hand it off. Chamberlain tries the left-hand side again. Bounces to the outside. And will pick up another first down and another 13 yards. They're down to the Mingus Marauder 37-yard line. 1:20 left to go. He may have gotten out of bounds, or they're just stopping it to move the chains. Now they start the clock again. Still 3 timeouts out here for the Prescott Badgers. There's the snap, and they hand it off. Chamberlain, left-hand side, has all sorts of running room once again. Down all the way to the Mingus Marauder 17-yard line.
Boy, and this Badgers offensive line, Jackie, is doing a number on us right now. They are getting off the ball fast and getting down to the second level to get blocks.
1 minute left to go. Chamberlain goes back into the backfield again. There's the snap, and they hand it off, and he goes left again. And this time, not nearly as much, but he'll pick up about 4, and they're going to call timeout. So Prescott will call their first timeout with 47 seconds left as they are down to the Mingus Marauder 13-yard line. We're going to take a break with them. We'll return for the final ticks here in the second quarter right after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Back here at Prescott High School, 21-0, but the Badgers knocking on the door again. Down to the Mingus Marauder 12-yard line. It is a second and, well, they say 5. I had them for 4, but second and 5. And it has been the Jacob Chamberlain show here on this drive. He has had every touch and every yard that started at the 35-yard line. It started with a minute 46. They've got 47 seconds left, and they've eaten up some territory. 2 receivers near side. Chamberlain's in the backfield. There's the snap. They hand it off. Chamberlain tries the near side. Up and under and through the Mingus Marauders. Finally, his legs are taken out from underneath him, but that's going to be good enough for a first down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that's Moreno with a heck of a tackle right there. That's how you take out a great running back, right at the hips and the legs.
36 ticks left, and Chamberlain tries the near side and thrown down. He loses the ball. Into the end zone he goes, and it's covered in the end zone for a touchdown. Number 11, Kenny Miller-Terry. It looked like Watson caused the fumble, and the ball got knocked into the end zone, covered by the Prescott Badgers. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, 19 seconds left, and everything bouncing the Badgers' way. How about that?
Yeah, that's the ball luck leaning towards the Badgers right now for sure, Jackie.
Setting up for the extra point. Costas approaches, kicks it hard, kicks it through, and it's going to be 28-0 here at almost halftime. Mingus will have a return opportunity when we return after this.
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
We will have homecoming festivities out here for the Prescott Badgers here at halftime tonight. Prescott, Costas will be kicking off to Mingus. Mingus has 19 ticks and 1 timeout left, I believe. He'll kick it hard, and he'll kick it toward the end zone and into the end zone. And so that will put the ball at the 20-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 80 for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and that is, at the high school level, we got to see that last week a whole lot. The touchbacks, that is, and Costas showcasing the touchbacks. These Badgers are continuously being pesky, Jackie.
Well, their run game has definitely been in order,
yeah, it's
and
good.
We'll go through some of that here at the halftime report. The Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime report coming up in just 19 seconds. Bejarano takes the snap and will take a knee, and it looks like they're going to just run it out. Mingus is going to go here into halftime, try to find someplace warm to sit for a little bit, talk about adjustments here for the second half. In the meantime, we will take a break here from Prescott High School and start our Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime report after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini splits making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic. The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
The Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to support the businesses, families, and future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdevalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create a stronger tomorrow. Go Marauders!
Now the homecoming court is getting ready here at Prescott High School. Jackie Bessler, Nikki Atsinko along with you here as we enter the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime report. It has been all Badgers here tonight. First quarter action, 2:25. Johnson, a 3-yard run, starts the scoring spree here for the Badgers. The extra point was good by Custis. 7-0 for the home squad. Then second quarter action, in fact, first play of the second quarter, a 7-yard run by Chamberlain as he'll pick up the touchdown. The extra point was good. It was 14-0 for the Prescott Badgers. 8:32 left to go second quarter. A 48-yard breakaway by Johnson, and the extra point was good. It was 21-0. And then with a $1:46 left to go here in quarter number 2, Prescott gets the ball back. They run the ball all the way down the field here from the 35-yard line, and it ends with the most unusual play ever. So you have Chamberlain trying to get to the right-hand side, and Watson throws him down like a very angry sack of potatoes. He fumbles the ball. Mingus dives for it, accidentally knocks it into the end zone, and then it is covered in the end zone by Kenny Miller-Terry for the touchdown. The extra point was good. Did I say that right?
Talk about ball luck.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Right now, the Badgers creating their own luck, Jackie, but yeah, that was a real unfortunate bounce for the Marauders, which ended up a touchdown for the Badgers.
Well, I will say this. We don't have cookies, but we have the video mix coming up from Gale's Chocolate at the end of the third quarter. So we do have that, but no cookies. So you need to.
We'll take the mix.
Yeah, you'll need to change your sweet, your sweet treat there. I want to thank Hyundai of Cottonwood for being our halftime sponsor. Imagine yourself driving a Hyundai. It'll give you peace of mind. You know what? You can do it. Go test drive one here today. See for yourself. Hyundai of Cottonwood is thinking of you every mile with America's best warranty. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Check them out online. HyundaiofCottonwood.com. HyundaiofCottonwood.com. Well, we started the game and we were talking about one of the keys to the game was the Mingus Marauders needed to stop the run. And in the first half, well, Prescott's been able to run the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. They have definitely established their running game, and we kind of knew it or called it, right? If we could take advantage of them having the backup quarterback in by making them throw the ball, but we're not. This Badgers offensive line is doing a great job. This is a very, very large offensive line, one of the biggest that we'll probably see all season long, and it shows. They're doing a good job getting off the ball, and they are really making the rushing game work for the Badgers.
We will come back. When we return, we'll go through some individual stats for the first half. When we come back here on KYBC AM 1600, 96.3 FM, and Verde Valley TV.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big Brand Tire and Service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
Well, the band takes the field here at halftime, part of the homecoming festivities here at Prescott High School. Jackie Bessler and Nick Yatsenko along with us here. 28-0, the Badgers on top over the Mingus Marauders here at halftime. Bejarano for the Mingus Marauders, 5 for 13, 34 yards, 1 interception out there. He's been sacked once for 3 yards. On the ground, the Mingus Marauders have 12 total carries for 31 yards, 15 yards out there for Stokes on 8 carries. Rice has 1 carry for a yard. 6 yards for Moreno on his only run. Sousa had 12 yards on his carry here today. Leading receiver is Moreno, as he's got 2 receptions for 16 yards out there. Ossaman has a reception for 10 yards, as the Mingus Marauders have 4 total receptions in the game. 5 total receptions, in the game. Taking a look at the opponent here, the Prescott Badgers. Well, Heffron is, he's doing well. He's 1 of 3 for 22 yards. Hasn't really had to throw the ball. All he's really had to do is handle the snap and hand it off. as the Prescott Badgers have 235 yards on the ground here in the first half on 28 carries. Braylon Johnson has 83 yards on just 8 carries. He's got 2 touchdowns. Jacob Chamberlain has 159 yards in this one on just 18 carries. And then, of course, the 1 touchdown with the ball getting fumbled into the end zone and covered out there by the wide receiver Miller Terry. So as you take a look at the stats, we talked in the pregame about needing to be able to stop the run, and Prescott is definitely taking advantage of that.
Yeah, no doubt. They have established their running game, and also just to touch back on quarterback stats for the Badgers, one of those incompletions was a wide open touchdown that was just dropped. So that ended up being very, very fortunate for the Marauders. And yeah, Jackie, I think even that drop that could have been a touchdown was blown coverage. Marauders did not see him back there. So really it was underthrown a little bit. So what we've seen from the younger quarterback for the Badgers is we can probably expose that a little bit if we can stop this rushing game. But the Badgers have very much established that. So I'm sure Coach Midkiff is trying to make some adjustments in here at halftime to come out and, again, go right back to that key to the game, which is try and stop this rushing. Try to stop Chamberlain. Chamberlain is a great athlete, great running back. He runs hard. He's got the spin moves and cuts just like you'd want out of your varsity running back. And Marauders have got to find a way to wrap him up and stop him for short yardage.
Well, the best way to stop the running game of the Prescott Badgers is hold on to the ball offensively.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Win the time of possession, which was another key we talked about. And right now we've seen the Marauders almost put drives together and then quick 3 and out. So we're getting a little bit of momentum, right, building a little bit of steam, and then we're just ending up going 3 and out with an incomplete pass and just some unfortunate bounces for the Marauders. But no doubt, partner, if the Marauders can hold on to this ball a little bit more, keep the offense for the Badgers off the field, keep Chamberlain away from the ball, we got a better chance.
Well, I had a real good return from Tim out there as the Mingus Marauders were able to flip the field and took over possession in Prescott's side of the field. Unfortunately, kind of stalled out right from that point. And the Mingus Marauders have no takeaways in this game. They've given the ball away once on an interception, but have not found that takeaway as of yet. Almost had one. That would have been huge. That'd be a 7-point different play here if the Mingus Marauders able to control that ball.
Yeah, that was a momentum swing for sure if the Marauders could have scooped that up, right? That's always an opportunity for a scoop and score, even if you can jump on it and stop the Badgers from, getting in the end zone there. That's another huge momentum swing, right? So you got to kind of set it and forget it. Marauders defense, got to forget about that one. Badgers able to capitalize on it, get in the end zone, and time to make some halftime adjustments. Come out and be a little bit peskier, if I might say, on these Badgers.
Out-Badger the Badgers?
Out-Badger the Badger. That's right. If we can out-Badger the Badger, we can get them.
Serving all the Verde Valley and the Quad Cities, Hyundai of Cottonwood, our halftime sponsor out here. They're located on Rodeo Drive. That's right above Larry Green Chevrolet here in Cottonwood. And Hyundai of Cottonwood is thinking of you every single mile with America's best warranty. Stop by for a test drive here today. Well, probably not tonight. Try it tomorrow. I think they would prefer that, and you can see for yourself. Hyundai of Cottonwood in Cottonwood, or I'll tell you what you can do tonight. You can check them out online at HyundaiofCottonwood.com. HyundaiofCottonwood.com. We'll take our final break here of halftime. We will talk about some halftime adjustments. The second half kickoff just around the corner here as we are into band play and homecoming festivities at Prescott High School. We'll be back after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big Brand Tire and Service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Back here at Prescott High School as the Prescott Badger cheerleaders getting ready to do their performance as the band is done here for halftime festivities, homecoming festivities for the Badgers here in Prescott. You get a good shot at a full house. Badgers are in force out here today. Well, you're looking at the student section, but that is absolutely incredible and huge.
It's awesome to see, man. It really isn't. We don't really know the feeling right now because we've been on the road.
I know. So what you saw right there, Mingus Marauder fans, we need that next week as the Mingus Marauders will be home against the Coconino Panthers. First time as the Mingus Marauders will be home since the original opening day against St. Mary's. That was, 4 and several weeks ago.
Wake me up when September ends has been on repeat.
Oh, no doubt. All right, let's take a look around the league. Who's doing what?
Yeah, our 4A scoreboard tonight, partner. We have Yunker up big on Alhambra, 58-0. That one is in the fourth quarter. North Canyon up 28-7 against Rio Rico. Moving down, we have Sohoro up 21-6 against Sabino. And then number 12, at least ranked in Max Preps, Walden Grove up 28-0 against Empire. Northwest Christian up 24-6 against Moon Valley. And Desert Sunrise up on Tempe 14-7. No score right now recorded for Snowflake, which is number 1 Max Preps has in 4A. Snowflake Marcos Denisa. That game's happening right now, but no score update. Hopefully we can get one before the end of the game. And then here's a region game. Bradshaw Mountain up 17-7 against the Mojave Thunderbirds, and they are in Mojave right now. Gila Ridge and St. Mary's. St. Mary's we saw earlier in the season, our very first game. They are tied 7-7. Greenway is up 21-14 on Mesquite. Then we have Pueblo up on Catalina Foothills, 21-14. Paradise Honors over Dependence, 33-0. And Buckeye over La Jolla, 21-6.
We are 28-0 here. The Prescott Badgers leading the Mingus Marauders here at halftime. And so you come out here in the second half. Mingus is going to get the ball first here in the second half. So what do you do? What kind of changes do you make?
Yeah, I think the deception plays has worked for us. And I know one of them was a miscue. We've seen a couple of miscues in the backfield for the Marauders, but honestly, the deceiving plays, right, that the shuffle pass to Sosa was great. I mean, we really caught the Badgers off guard. Sosa able to cut the corner, and that was a shotgun snap to Bejarano, and he's kind of acting like he's going to roll out, and then it's just a quick shovel pass underneath. So a little bit of deception maybe might give the Marauders some kind of spark, because offensively, you've got to get some points on the board. It's going to make you feel so much better. Going to give you a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence.
6 quarters since the Mingus Marauders have found the scoreboard here and trying to get something underway here against the Prescott Badgers. They come out here at halftime. They're ready to go. Here come the Mingus Marauders. One thing about Prescott, which is absolutely amazing, the visiting squad, your locker room is about an 8-minute walk.
It's got to be on purpose.
I think it is. So by the time you get to your halftime destination, halftime is halftime, well, half over already, right?
Yeah, but then, the plus there is you get to warm up when you come back out to the field.
Right, exactly. All right, we will have warm-up time. Coming up, they'll put 2 more minutes here on the clock as we are at halftime, 28-0. We've got our Gales Sweet Treat coming up at the end of the third quarter out there. And then, of course, the 4:48 right after that. Mingus Marauders trying to get something going here as we get underway. We've got a sign and a fan out here. I think that's for Sosa. As they've got, and she has even painted on her hoodie as well. How about that?
That young man's having a great game. We called Sosa on, like I said earlier, that shovel pass. That was great. Sosa's been all over the field defensively too, so going to need more from that young man in the second half.
Coaching staff on their way out here for the Mingus Marauders, and we are going to take a quick little break, a final break here in the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime report, and we will be getting close to kickoff for the second half when we return in about 30 seconds.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Back here at Prescott High School as we are back underway. Mingus Marauders warming up here for half number 2. Let's take a look at a team that is doing exceptionally well to get underway. The girls' Mingus flag football team.
Yeah, how exciting, Jackie. Head coach Dave Montebias has the girls' flag football team looking wonderful. The early season here, they beat Thunderbird High School 15-0. And then Page 17-0, the first 2 games for them.
They followed up with another shutout over Coconino, and then they just beat Scottsdale Coronado, the Dons, 52-8. So they've only given up 8 points here in the early season. They've got shutouts over Coconino, Page, and Thunderbird. Mingus is 4-0, outscoring their opponents 108-8.
Oh, very, very impressive.
Okay, now, here we go. Next matchup is Monday the 29th of September, and that will be against undefeated Prescott. Prescott, who has not given up a point. They are 4-0, beating opponents 136-0.
Wow, how about that statistical battle?
Yeah,
some good teams.
Prescott's going to have the home field. It'll be back on this field here at Prescott High School, and it will be absolutely incredible. So it'll be interesting to see how the Mingus Marauders will accomplish that.
Yeah, best of luck to the girls flag football team. That is an awesome start to the season. And hopefully much, much more success and a win against the Badgers coming up. That'd be huge.
Getting ready for kickoff here. Mingus will get the ball first here in the second half. And eating some time on the clock, putting together a drive, keeping their offense on the field. Obviously the goal here for this one. Bejarano 5 out of 13 here in the first half. Mingus able to put together just, not as much of a running game as they want. They're going to have to get their running game going as well. Costas approaches the ball. He'll put a boot into it. Comes to the near side. That is going to come down to Joy at about the 5-yard line. Joy, number 3, tries to find a lane and a collision out there. Joy gets back up. The Prescott Badger is slow to get back up at about the 23-yard line, and he is woozy. He is definitely going to have to go off the field. That is going to be number 42. And once again, that's Caleb Fox. Fox is probably going to have to go get evaluated out there. He got up and was not real steady.
Yeah, you are right. That's Andre Joy found the truck stick.
That he did. All right, 1st and 10 for the Mingus Marauders, their own 23-yard line. Half number 2 underway. The Mingus Marauders trailing 28-0. They're going to have to bite into this piece by piece. Bejarano with the snap. It's going to keep it. It's going to run to the near side. Takes on a tackler and leans forward. Gets across the 25 out to the 26. Give him a gain of 3.
Yeah, how about the tenacity from our sophomore quarterback? Love to see Hunter take the hit, try to get some positive yardage, which he does. And that's a good little, you like to see that as an offensive lineman, Jack. You love seeing your quarterback lower his shoulder and take a hit, try to get some more yards.
Rice looking to come back in. Rice is going to come back in. Bejarano is going to go back to the huddle. Who's stepping out? That's going to be Brewer coming out. And Stokes is going to stay in. We got trips to the near side. Stokes goes to the far side out there, gets himself set, put a man into motion, and comes to the wing position. And Bejarano's back, throws, comes to the near side, a diving catch, and incomplete, intended out there for Lacker.
Yeah, and that ball a little bit low, and Lacker kind of fell to the ground as he was trying to catch that one. And that's just a tough break for the Marauders. That'll bring up a 3rd down. Offensive line did give Hunter some time on that one.
Mingus Marauders get reset here, 3rd and 7 from their own 26-yard line. Trips off to the right. Joy is going to come to the near side and switch sides. 2 receivers either side now. Quarterback's back, fakes the handoff, steps up, throws, has a man, tries for Hasseman, broken up out there by Robles. And that's going to bring a 4th and 7 now for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and Bejarano just trying a really, really long shovel passes. He had a couple of Badgers defensive linemen in his face holding their hands up, so he couldn't throw over the top of them. So he opts to kind of just heave it, a big shovel pass, and it almost gets there, but Houseman not able to come up with that.
Starting to get a little chilly out here at halftime or 3rd quarter action here at Prescott High School. There's the snap, low snap, kick is up. That one's going to be a wobbly one. Hopefully it's going to bounce. It's going to take a great bounce. And the Mingus Marauders are going to let it go all the way down to the 31-yard line. So a decent punt out there from Stokes. And the Prescott Badgers will get their first possession here in the second half at their own 31.
Yeah, and one of the things we talked about during halftime is stopping this Badgers rushing attack, and it's crucial. If the Marauders want to find some success and stop them, we were only able to do that when they were trying to throw the ball, and we forced a 3 and out, and so Marauders got to do a good job getting tight, stopping that run.
3 receivers, top side. There's the snap, and they hand it off. It's going to be Johnson. Johnson finds a hole. He is literally hanging on to his offensive lineman as he picks up 13. He was looked like he was riding a dog sled.
And he almost certainly was, Jackie. He's following and grabbing Bo Bryce's jersey, the 6'6", 310 offensive lineman for the Badgers.
Empty backfield out here for the sophomore quarterback. Puts a man in motion, fakes the handoff, looks to throw. The lefty throws to a big man, number 84 out there, who gets his legs taken out. Good tackle out there by the Mingus Marauders. And that is going to be Eli Allen, the tight end, with the catch. And he will pick up about 5.
Yeah, great chop at the legs there. I think that was Moreno taking him out low.
Well, how do you take him out high? Put a man in motion, and he'll go behind the quarterback. They do hand it off. Following his blocks is going to be Johnson. Johnson will pick up the first down. He needed 6 or 5. He got 7 out there.
Yeah, and this is the Badgers relying on this great rushing attack that they've had. Marauders' defensive line is doing their shift moves right. I love when that defensive line moves right before the snap, but these Badgers are quick to cover it.
And the fake, they will throw the ball. It is dropped out there. Mingus going for it and covers it. I think it should be an incomplete pass, though.
That's what I'm thinking too, but they were talking about it out there. That was definitely a Marauders recovery.
They do put the ball down at the 48-yard line as if it is a possible recovery. But then it would have had to have been a completed pass first, and I'm not sure he actually had possession of it.
Yeah, that's a good call. And I think you were right, partner. They're going to mark that as an incompletion.
No flag on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd and 10. The Mingus Marauder fans don't agree with me about that being a completed pass.
Holy cow!
Taking a while to get set.
Yep, Heffron out of shotgun. 9:02 left to go in quarter number 3. He points downfield at somebody, puts a man into motion, and they will hand it to the second back. And it is going to be Johnson, who's bouncing off of people, and he'll pick up close to 10 yards out there.
Johnson on the carry.
And there we go. I mean, so Chamberlain in the first half just absolutely hammering us, and here we see Johnson in there. So we talked a little bit about halftime, and I was like, yeah, let's stop Chamberlain, right? Let's focus on Chamberlain. And here we go. They're giving it right to Johnson. Another great back for the Badgers.
I think they may have switched backs here. There's the snap, and there is Chamberlain. Chamberlain, left-hand side, as a red flag comes flying somewhere. And they have Chamberlain finally down for a 10-yard gain. Do have a Mingus Marauder down. That's Moore getting up.
Chamberlain on the carry.
And Moore coming over to the near sideline. He looks like he might be hurt.
Yeah, holding his elbow maybe, or his arm. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
So coming in for Mingus is going to be Ortiz. Chamberlain picks up 10 yards. Moore by himself over here. Coach is going to come over and take a look at him. He's holding that left arm, whether it's an elbow or a forearm, I'm not sure. Heffron puts a man in motion, steps back, throws, and a completed pass for a touchdown out at 22 yards, and that is going to be Kenny Miller-Terry with the touchdown reception out there.
Yeah, and Miller-Terry just does a good job at getting behind the Marauders' defense. Pretty much a wide open pass.
Thrown up where he can get it over the top of the defense, and that'll make it 34-0 with the extra point ready to ensue. He's got two 22-yard passes, this one for the touchdown, though. Snap is good, kick is up, and that one looks like it was partially blocked. Might have been blocked out there, and if it was blocked, that was Stokes getting in. but the extra point is no good, so it's 34-0 here with 8:15 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
22-yard pass to Miller Terry. The extra point, no good. 34-0 the score now. Mingus getting the ball back. There's the boot coming near side, and it will take Joy into the end zone for the touchback. Mingus will start at the 20.
Not even an opportunity to return that one.
That would be opportunity-less.
And just did a really impressive kick, too. Man, Costa booting that ball deep. It's a couple weeks in a row we've seen kickers able to kick touchbacks, and that is impressive at the high school level.
Here come the Mingus Marauders trying to put a drive together here. Bejarano comes in with the play. Joy will be out on the field here for Mingus.
Everybody checks their wristbands, Jackie. Crucial that Marauders can get something going here, build on some momentum.
Two receivers near side. Bejarano takes the snap, hands it off, and running up the middle, got caught, and then dragged backward for a little extra. It's going to be Stokes, but he'll pick up some. Starts at the 20, they'll give him 1.
Yeah, and that was Rutger Funk. And one of the big guys out there for the Badgers, that was Dante DeCourt again. So Funk and DeCourt do a great job of not giving an inch to the Marauders.
Sounds like a 1960s band.
Yeah, it sure did. Funk and DeCourt.
3 receivers top side for Bejarano. He's in the backfield by himself, takes a snap, looks to throw. No, he looks to run, goes to the right-hand side, gets a block, and will slide down. He'll start the slide right at about the 25, so you'll give him 4. Actually, they give him 3, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Oh, tough spot, and that is because they are going to mark him down where he begins the slide. It's a veteran play by a sophomore quarterback to just take the slide so you're not taking a hit, but they definitely don't give him too many yards on that. That's a short mark.
3 receivers topside, bunch formation. They put a man in motion. Hasseman comes to the slot. There's the snap. Quarterback's back. He has some trouble. Throws the ball downfield and had 2 receivers in the general area, overthrew everybody, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 6 for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, you'd imagine Coach Midkiff and the Marauders are going to punt it away here and get it deep and try to win the field position battle, right? I mean, we're doing a better job this week of the field position than we were last week. The Bears, we kept giving them really, really short fields. This time, Marauders able to do a little bit of a better job, but still not doing much in the time of possession game.
Lacker laid onto the field here. Stokes is back to punt. Had a real good roll off the last one, and he'll put this one up a little higher. And a fair catch called for, but he lets it bounce, and it'll take a Mingus Marauder bounce and keep wobbling down to the 37-yard line. So decent punt for the Mingus Marauders. However, here come the Bradshaw Bears. Bears? Nope.
The pesky Badgers.
Yeah, boy, I sure missed that one up.
They're both pesky. They're both pesky, and I'll tell you what, it's time for the Marauders defense come up with a huge stop. Down 34-0 here, Jackie. You want to get something going, have any kind of shot, you got to come up with a big stop here, turn around and turn that into points.
2 receivers back. And Heffernan takes the snap, hands it off near side. Here comes the runner. It's going to be Chamberlain. Chamberlain cuts inside. Dragged down, falls out. Stokes will pick it up for the Mingus Marauders. Chamberlain is hurt. He's holding the ankle. And he will get a little help up, but he might limp off. I think he landed wrong as the Mingus Marauders caught him from behind, dragged him down. Chamberlain with a fantastic gain, but coughs up the pill, and the Mingus Marauders will take over at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, that is the turnover, the forced turnover we're talking about right there. That could give the Marauders some huge momentum. Let's see what we do offensively.
25 yards on the carry before he drops off the ball. Here come the Mingus Marauders, and running into the pile out there is Stokes. I think he was caught midair. He might have got one.
Yeah, and Stokes just lowering the shoulder. I mean, trying to get that one, even if they give it to him, and he's running into a wall of Badgers and the Marauders' offensive line, for that matter. Pretty much a standoff at the line of scrimmage.
Stokes with the fumble recovery, and now the run. 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Mingus trying to get something going offensively here. And Bejarano's back. He jumps and then throws. Intended for Hossaman, might have been deflected out there.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been deflected. I saw that too, partner. And Houseman, not much of a chance at it. Even if he comes up with that catch, he had at least 3 Badgers that were just about touching his jersey already.
3rd and 10. Bejarano trying to get his first completion here of the second half. 5:41 left to go, quarter number 3. Mingus trailing 34-0 at this point. Hossaman out. Comes over to take a break. 2 receivers either side. Bejarano has one back in the backfield. Prescott showing blitz, and Bejarano turned around to pitch it to somebody. Nobody was there. That's going to be a sack. That's going to be a deep sack. He'll lose about 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a broken play, right? I mean, Hunter goes to pitch that ball. Not anybody on that side, and as he pitches it, he realizes he's going to have to take off with it to try to make anything happen, and the Badgers were waiting for him and on top of it.
Bejarano come off the field. The Mingus Marauder sophomore quarterback. Mingus is short another player out there for a punt. Lacker will come out late. Stokes back to punt again. There's the snap, good snap this time, and the punt is up relatively high. It is returnable this time. Coming to the near side, and plenty of room. Comes the runner, he will stop. And Dawson Rice will catch him, throw him, and there will be a penalty on top of it. So the ball is returned to the 50-yard line, but we should have a penalty from this point, maybe a hold. He originally got the ball at about the 41-yard line, a return of about 9.
Yeah, interesting to see this call too, because the ref who threw it was kind of near the tackle area where the ball carrier got tackled.
It will go against the Prescott Badgers, and it will be a 10-yard penalty. So the Badgers will take over at their own 40. There has not been many penalties in this game. That is actually the 4th accepted penalty of this entire game.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's crisp football right there.
So Zebras have not played a major role. Here comes Heffron and the Badgers. 2 receivers to the near side. Now it's going to be 3 here as Johnson will run. He goes up the middle. Mingus able to get a hold of it. Backus pulls him back, gets a little help from his friends, and that'll be a gain of about 3.
Yeah, good job there by that line. Just getting off the ball, and that's what the Badgers have done all night.
Backus comes out, Watson comes in. 2 Badgers, over 100 yards on the ground. They're putting up mileage. Miles per gallon for sure. Same setup, 2 receivers either side. And Heffron takes the snap, throws, has a man all the way out there all by himself. That is going to be a catch. Weaving his way down to about the 30-yard line is going to be Nicholas Phillips.
Phillips gets down to the 28-yard line.
Watson in the backfield there, getting talked to by the ref as he threw his man to the ground. And he's a little bit late catching up to the play. He'll have a sub run in there for him.
28 yards on the reception out there.
And that's Levi Fitch going in, giving Watson a break.
It'll be for the first catch out there by Phillips. Comes in the second half. Very speedy once he got the ball. Heffron almost out-threw him. There's the handoff, and cutting through the middle is going to be Johnson. Johnson weaves his way forward for about 4.
Johnson on the carry.
And the Badgers most definitely satisfied just running the ball here, Jackie, as they are going to keep that clock ticking as we're just about at 3 minutes now.
Second and we'll call it 5. Johnson picked up 5. One receiver in a wing to the near side. There's movement, nothing called. Okay, now he's going to go up next to the quarterback, and we're going to have a timeout. Prescott didn't like the setup. We're going to take a break with them. 2:38 left to go, 34-0, as the Badgers are on top of the Mingus Marauders. We'll be back after this.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
And back here at Prescott High School, the Badgers driving at the Mingus Marauder 23-24 yard line. Badgers out here in yellow, 2nd and 5. There's the snap, and they run up the middle, bouncing to the outside, escaping the tackles, heading to the corner and racing, getting to the pylon is going to be Johnson, and he is in. He outraces the Mingus Marauder defense and picks up the 23-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, that's Badgers rushing offense that is, again, just maintaining that brutal success that they had in the first half. It is totally carried over into the second half.
2:29 left to go in quarter number 3. And we have a Mingus Marauder, that's going to be Tim, down on the field. And he will get up. And he's going to hobble off the field here a little bit. But under his own power. Hopefully that is just a bruise or a red mark as we get ready for the extra point. 40-0. Says the Jones Ford scoreboard here on Verde Valley TV.
Overton to hold, Costas to kick.
Costas to kick. There's the snap, the hold is good, the kick is up, that one looks good. That's going to make it 41-0. As we come back for the final 2.5 here in quarter number 3, we'll be back after this.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance on the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
Gales chocolate sweet treat coming up between third and fourth quarter here. 41-0. Mingus will get the ball back here. Costas is going to kick off again.
4-yard touchdown run by
As he counts the team members and said, whoa, 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 whoa. We got one too many this side. You go over there.
It's a true captain.
Gets himself set. Mingus, 2 men deep. And they're going to kick it toward the middle. It's going to be Joy with the run back. He's going to try the near side. Gets spun around and taken down inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. Took that one pretty much at the goal line and returns at about 15 yards. Mingus is going to start inside their own red zone with 2:22 left to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, that was Travis Gates for the Badgers. Good coverage there by them as first man downfield. Travis Gates able to take a good pursuit, bring Joy down.
That was one big paw and a jersey that didn't rip.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, jersey rips and the helicopter tackle flings him forward and he's still running.
That's the ball luck we need.
Yeah, no doubt. Joy's going to stay out there and we'll go to the far receiver position. He'll be out there with Hasseman. Hasseman will take the slot. Rice will come in and will take the running back position. Bejarano gives him the play. Gets himself set. 1:40 left to go. There's the snap. Steps back. Looks to throw. Throws the ball downfield. It's going to go to Stokes. Stokes had a shot at it. And back shoulder throw. Put on the brakes, but couldn't put it in the breadbasket.
Yeah, that's a good call. That is a close one right there. Stokes kind of jumps up for it. And as he's landing is when that ball's coming into him. And that's a difficult catch to make, and he just can't come up with it. It's going to force some Marauders in a second along here as they all check their wristbands.
Tim out here doing some running exercises here. Still got a little bit of a limp, but looks like he might be cleared to play, hopefully. There's the snap, and there's the pitch. It goes to Rice on the outside. Rice running toward the sideline. Breaks a tackle, stops, and gets hit. Inbounds, but picks up decent yardage outside the red zone out to the 22. That's going to bring up third and about 5.
Yeah, that's Rutger Funk with a big hit on Dawson. Got Dawson all the way to the sidelines. Just as he cut up the field, Funk just absolutely drills him, but Dawson hops right up after that one.
Scoreboard says 1st and 10. I'd like that. It looks more like 3rd and 5. Bejarano takes the snap and hands it off. Dawson is going to try the right-hand side. He will get stacked up. He might lose a yard back to the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down here for Mingus.
And we'll see what the Marauders opt to do here as we are going to reach the end of the third quarter here.
There is the end of the third quarter as we go into the Gales chocolate sweet treat. And this is, I am told, a favorite by one of our employees. Okay, so this is a video mix. This is described as everything you love covered in chocolate. So there's $1 million in there somewhere.
This looks delicious.
Okay. Covered in chocolate. Caramel topped with toasted coconut, chopped pecans, dried cherries, and drizzled in milk, dark and white chocolate. This is from Gales Chocolate here on Main Street here in Cottonwood for the love of chocolate. How is it?
It is so good.
Is it?
That is so sweet. A little bit salt, just a little touch of salty.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's chewy.
Oh, it's gooey.
And it's got the granola. Oh man, Jackie, that is really, really good. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is
sweet
rich.
treat coming in clutch on a tough night on the football field. The booth is that much better with Gales chocolate. Absolutely delicious. What a sweet treat this is, and you can just leave the rest. I can eat the rest of
bowl?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No. And so, my official recommendation is yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
Absolute yum.
I think I'm going yum. There's the punt. Stokes is going to try to run it out of the end zone again and is able to get back out to about the 16, 17-yard line. The snap goes through him, and he picks it up at the 2-yard line. Runs it out. Unfortunately, Mingus is going to turn the ball over there, but great effort by Stokes to get back toward the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was trying to replicate what he did last week, just not able to do so, as that's almost an impossible play right there. A young man trying his best out there and really going to put the Marauders in a tough spot here, partner. Defense has a lot of work to do.
SF again, short field. Bradshaw takes over again on the Mingus Marauders 17-yard line. And we have a different, Trace Overton is out there in the quarterback position. He hands the ball off, goes to the right-hand side. And I'm trying to get a number on the runner out there. And that is going to be Nicholas Phillips running the ball for 2.
Yeah, that was a good job by the Marauders, able to shift on that defensive line a little bit.
Let's go!
Not let him get far downfield.
There's the snap, handed off to Phillips. Phillips jumps forward and trying to rip it out is Watson.
As the Badgers give him an extra shove after that play, he says, hey, what? Just trying to get the ball. You can't blame a defender for trying.
Looks like he'll pick up 3, so 3rd and 5 are the Badgers. Phillips running the ball again. Chamberlain's back in. Overton playing quarterback. Out of shotgun. Strong right formation. There's the snap. They hand it off. Chamberlain going to the outside, racing toward the corner. Mingus is going to get out there. Great tackle. And that looks like Dunlap. Was that Dunlap that got the ankle tackle?
And pursuit.
Did he get to the first down, though? And it looks like they do. They mark him down to the 5-yard line. So after all of that, Chamberlain does pick up the first down. 1st and goal now for the Prescott Badgers from the Mingus Marauder 5-yard line. 9:38 left to go here in the game. Overton takes the snap, hands it off, and hit high, hit low. Stokes goes low.
It's Backus going high, and that is a good stop by the defense.
That's going to be Chamberlain. Chamberlain says, no, leave me in, coach. I know I lost 2, but give me another shot.
He wants it. The Marauders defense is being relentless right now, not giving it to him.
41-0. 2nd and goal now from the 7.
Let's go again, Landon! Get in there!
Overton still in there at quarterback. He puts Phillips in motion. They hand it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain is eaten up, and that's how you twist ankles. When you get 7 different people hitting you all at once, Chamberlain gets up. And Watson is given credit for the tackle, and that is going to be a loss back to the 11-yard line.
Boy, Watson has laid some big hits on Chamberlain tonight.
He has been hunting Badger. 3rd and goal now from the 11. They move the tight end out to a slot position. There's the snap. Quarterback's back, throws, has a man near side, and it's going to be Phillips. They're fighting to get him down. They do get him down at about they give him forward progress all the way to the 2. Oh my goodness gracious. So that is going to bring up 4th and goal from the 3-yard line.
Good effort play. Looks like maybe Joy, Ortiz, and Dunlap all with a good effort to keep him out of the end zone on that one.
8-yard reception. And here we go. Chamberlain's in the backfield. 4th and goal. There's the snap. They hand it off. Chamberlain, right-hand side and into the end zone. The blocking scheme worked that time, and Chamberlain gets his touchdown, and that's going to make it 47-0. That should hit continuous clock out there against the Mingus Marauders. 3-yard touchdown run. That's going to be Chamberlain's second touchdown of the game.
Watson comes out. Skylar Nateki goes in to give him a little break.
Costa's set to kick out here. $7:27 left to go in this one. In a chilly stands here at Prescott, Arizona.
It did get chilly.
It does. There's a snap, decent snap. The kick is up, and it is good. That's going to make it 48-0. Mingus will get the ball back on the other side of this commercial break. We're back after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Big piece of cherry in this one.
Oh man, yeah.
You're still working on your
so it's so good. So good. Coming in at a clutch time too.
So, I'm pretty sure that when you're driving home late at night and you have one of these, the sugar rush alone is good for 120 miles.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a kick. Comes down. It is returnable from the 5. Here come the Mingus Marauders. Trying to find a seam, and up the middle we go out to about the 30-yard line.
Go, Landon!
And it looks like Stokes returned that one. So Mingus, decent field position here. Got to figure out a way to string a couple of first downs together here.
Yeah, that would be very, very clutch. And one of the ways we've seen success a little bit tonight is some of the deceptive plays the Marauders have done. We saw a shovel pass early in the game to Sosa, who got the outside. Marauders, like you said, partner, just got to string together a couple first downs.
Stokes goes out to a receiver position. That puts Rice in at running back. And the White Hat is looking for another Mingus Marauder to come out because Mingus was trying to play with 10. That's going to be Sousa will come out and take a wing position. Slot position, actually. Quarterback's back. Fakes the handoff, gets a block, throws the ball up, and it is just off the fingertips out there, intended for Joy. And the defense out there, I might have gotten just a little bit of a tip on it, was number 35, Maddox.
And Bejarano does a good job rolling out of the pocket on that one. That's a veteran-looking throw as he's able to get it just over the defense, but also just over Joy's fingertips, too.
Clock continues to roll here as we are in continuous clock, so 5:43 left to go. Clock will not stop here with the incomplete pass. 2 receivers either side, one back in the backfield. Bejarano's back, throws that one up, has a man downfield, it is caught! And stumbling forward, a phenomenal catch out there by Stokes.
Now what a bomb, and you can see a replay there. Offensive line does a great job at giving Bejarano plenty of time, and Remington knew that was coming to him. You could just see him streaking on the sidelines. Hunter heaves that ball up, and Remington does a great job getting underneath it, making the catch, and that's talk about a spark right there. That's what you want to see as the offense moves downfield.
Nick, you came up with a good one. A Hunter heave.
A Hunter heave.
A Hunter heave downfield for 45 yards and a first down. Mingus at the Prescott Badger 35-yard line. Bejarano running for his life, loses the ball. Ball is down on the field, and it will be saved out there by Watson.
Yeah, the big man ready to jump on that one. Looks like Hunter just kind of dropped it. So all you young quarterbacks, be very, very cautious. We got one hand on the ball. He's under a lot of pressure in the pocket. He's trying to spin out of it, get out of that pocket. And he could have, one of the Badgers might have gotten a hand on that too. And Watson makes a smart play and just jumps on top of it.
However, if you're going to run with the ball like Murray, right? Bejarano's back, throws, has a man downfield. It is tipped off of Joy and then intercepted out there by Kingston Duthit with the interception. And Mingus will turn the ball over here at the 22-yard line with 4:05 left to go.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. That takes the wind out of your sails. Marauders do a good job that last offensive series of getting some momentum built up. Bejarano finds a little bit of success in the air game, and then just a tip ball. Not necessarily Bejarano's fault. It's a tip ball. Joy tries to come up with it, and talk about the Badgers being in the right place at the right time. Like you called it, Duthit, able to just find that ball hanging up in the air and grabs it for the interception.
360 Automotive post-game show coming up in about 3 3/4 minutes. Put a man in motion, and they will hand it off. Mingus trying to run it down from behind. New runner in the game, I think. And that is going to be number 31. That's Colton Sunshine. And he'll pick up 1. And Mingus offsides on that one, but they will get the runner in the backfield. I did not see the flag. Mingus jumped really quick across that line.
That is a good call. It looked like we got a little bit of a head start. And boy, we'll take that every time. It's a good jump by Marauders.
So that is a gain of 1 and then a loss of 1.
Yeah, if you're going to get a head start, you got to get them for a loss. And the Marauders do just that.
2:30 left to go here in the game. 3rd and 9. Mingus trying to have one more shot out here. Prescott, too many men on the field. There's the snap, and they will hand it off. Sunshine this time finds a lane, and will pick up a decent amount for about 5. But that will bring up 4th down, and with 2:12 left to go, Mingus will get the ball back here with about 1:30 left.
We'll see. Looks like Andre Joy back to receive for the Marauders. So he's going to look to create another spark, as we've already seen him with a great return early on in the game.
Here we go as the Mingus Marauders trying to get the punt here. Prescott taking their time. 1:38 left to go. There's the snap, and the kick is low. Takes a bounce, picked up by Joy off of the kind of a dribble. Didn't get it clean the first time, but he will get a return of about 3 or 4 yards. The ball will be at the Mingus Marauder 43-yard line.
Now just 1:18 left in this game. We'll see what Coach Midkiff and the Marauders opt to do here. Obviously, you don't want to see that goose egg on the scoreboard, but Marauders offensively just having a tough time tonight against this big Badgers defensive line. They are bringing the house and linebacking core. They got a lot of sizable guys. Again, our region, the Grand Canyon region, has very, very good teams, and tonight proves it again.
All right, Mingus, 2 receivers either side. Bejarano's back, 1:09 left to go here in the game. Sets up, throws downfield, looking for Sosa, and the ball is incomplete. However, a flag on the field, and they will stop the clock at 59 seconds. And we have holding against the Badgers. Mingus Marauders after this one will be home against Coconino. Prescott will be on the road at Mojave. That's going to be a first down for the Mingus Marauders on penalty. That puts the ball into Prescott territory at the Prescott 47-yard line. 59 seconds left to go in this one. They have not started the clock, so Mingus taking their time to get set up. 3 receivers near side. Sousa comes out. Yep, don't be offsides there, sir. There's the snap. Bejarano's back, puts the ball up, and it is thrown out of bounds out there, intended for Stokes. And if Mingus wants to get another playoff, they better hurry back to the line. Stokes is walking back to the Mingus Marauder sideline. And in the process, Mingus may only get one other playoff here. 30 seconds left to go in this one, 48-0. Mingus trying to get off the goose egg. 2nd and 10, Bejarano comes back out with the play. 20 seconds left. This will be the last play of the game, unless there is a penalty. 2 receivers either side. Let's see if Mingus gets it off. 5 seconds left, and it is going to be a pitch coming to the near side, and it is going to be Rice. Rice will stay inbounds, gets thrown down at the 40-yard line. And okay, I was wondering if Rice was having trouble getting back up. So a gain of about 7 is how this game ends. 48-0. The Mingus Marauders now shut out in back-to-back games here. And we will return for our 360 Automotive Post game coming up right after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini splits making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance in the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
And back we are here at Prescott High School, home of the Badgers on homecoming. The Prescott Badgers take it to the Mingus Marauders, winning 48-0. It was definitely an encore of rushing here from Prescott here tonight. They start off with 2:25 in the first quarter. A 3-yard run by Johnson leads off the scoring, followed by a 7-yard run by Chamberlain in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Johnson gets his second touchdown of the game. That one, a 48-yard breakaway variety. And then right at the end of the second quarter, one of the strangest plays ever. Chamberlain runs the ball going toward the end zone. Watson hits him with prejudice, I would say. Yep. And just literally annihilates him to the ground. The ball comes out, and Mingus Marauder jumps at it, knocks the ball into the end zone. It's covered by Miller Terry for the touchdown. That is the easiest, cheapest touchdown a receiver will ever get, right?
It most certainly is. You're only hopping on top of the ball, and oh man, the bounces just weren't going the Marauders' way, and that was clear evidence of that tonight.
Hopping on top of the ball. Isn't that a Dr. Seuss book?
It could be.
It could be, yeah.
I don't want to read it, though. Unless it's us.
Third quarter action, the first throwing touchdown here for Prescott. 22-yard pass. Heffron goes to Miller Terry. The extra point, though, may have been blocked. It was no good either way. Still third quarter action. 24-yard run by Johnson, his third of the game. The extra point by Costas was good. And then Chamberlain here in the fourth quarter with 7:27 left to go gets his second touchdown of the game. This one, a 3-yard run on 4th and 3. 48-0. Here our score. We're in the 360 Automotive post-game show. And of course, 360 Automotive located on Main Street in Cottonwood. Do you know that you can actually schedule your own appointments? You can do it tonight if you want to. 360autoaz.com. 360autoaz.com. And you can trust 360 Automotive to keep your car on the road and out of the shop. And as we go through, it was another game of field position as the Prescott Badgers, especially here in the second half, played a short field most of the game.
Yeah, and their rushing attack was just brutal. It was really good. We knew it going in. It was one of the keys of the game to try to stop that rushing attack of the Badgers. Just couldn't do it tonight. And Jackie, it really is a testament to this Grand Canyon region team, Grand Canyon region that we play in. These are teams, last week Bradshaw, this week Prescott. These are teams, Coconino, who we play next week. These are teams that are all looking to make a playoff run. So these guys are battle tested. They play some tough schools. We saw this Prescott team lose to Thunderbird, who was a deep playoff runner, 38-35. That was a heartbreaking loss for them early in the season. So really, we just get to see it live here in person, how good this Grand Canyon region is.
Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll go through the individual stats for both Mingus and the victorious Prescott Badgers here tonight. We'll return to Prescott High School coming up right after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance on the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
And welcome back out here to the 360 Automotive post-game show at 360 Automotive in Cottonwood. They'll keep you road ready with reliable and affordable maintenance and repairs. They're locally owned and operated. So whether it's a scheduled service or those unexpected pains in the muffler, they'll fix it affordably, reliably, and as quickly as possible. I'm talking about 360 Automotive. You can schedule your own appointment here today at 360autoaz.com, 360autoaz.com. Well, the Mingus Marauders actually had a couple of drives where you thought they were going to put something together, unable to do so. Bejarano here tonight, 6 for 20, 79 yards, as he was picked twice here today. One of those off a deflection, not his fault at all. He was sacked twice and then took a 15-yard loss when he was scrambling around on a kind of a broken play out there. The Mingus Marauders, 21 carries, 30 yards. If you take the sack yards back, that works out to be 47 yards on the ground, 79 yards in the air here tonight. On the opposite side, well, you've got Heffron, who is, quite efficient. 5 for 8 here today, as he ends up with 85 yards and a touchdown. But the real story has been on the ground. You had 2 100-yard rushers here for the Prescott Badgers. Braylon Johnson ended up with 144 yards, 14 carries, and 3 different touchdowns here tonight. Jacob Chamberlain, have yourself a game, young man. 196 yards on 24 carries and 2 touchdowns. Overall, between everybody on the ground, 343 yards and 45 carries. And the Prescott Badgers, they definitely ran their way to victory here tonight.
Yeah, and they ran right behind that big offensive line. Few guys over 6 foot, a couple 300-pounders out there, Jackie. That's a lot of meat in front of you. And these running backs didn't even need all that, right? They were very good. I mean, we saw Chamberlain spinning, juking. He had great cuts. So Chamberlain, very, very athletic running back. And when you mix that with a huge offensive line like the Badgers have, yeah, it makes for quite a rushing attack. And the Marauders just had trouble stopping it all night.
Well, you're talking about the 300-pounders, my head is going to deadliest catch out there.
Yeah, most certainly, man. Big tunas, and that's
right.
What those guys are on the defense and offensive line for the Badgers. That is one of the bigger lines we'll see all season.
So, got any scores for us here in the post-game show?
Yeah, Jackie, the Yunker ended up being the final 58-0, so they absolutely handled Alhambra, which we expected. Yunker is a developing team. That program's looking much better. Northwest Christian with a 38-6 lead over Moon Valley. Desert Sunrise 21, Tempe 7. So Desert Sunrise taking care of business there. And number 1 Snowflake, at least in the Max Preps rankings right now, they beat number 17, Marcos Tenisa, by a score of 49-18.
Oof.
At least they still have that one in the fourth quarter. So Snowflake handling business. And Bradshaw Mountain over Mojave 31-21, and that one is live in the fourth quarter. So still not done yet, but Bradshaw has a 10-point lead. Gila Ridge and St. Mary's all tied up at 14. That one is in the fourth quarter. And then Mesquite beating Greenway 50-27. And then moving down, Catalina Foothills edges it out. They were down earlier, and they edge it out 28-27 against Pueblo. And then Paradise Honors takes care of Independence by a score of 39-0. And then La Jolla falls to Buckeye by a score of 28-14.
Well, coming up, the Mingus Marauders will go home for the first time in a month. And the Coconino Panthers coming to town. And Coconino was taking on Lee Williams here tonight. So we'll see how that one would go, and that'll be an important game to see how the Grand Canyon region is starting to shape up and move around here. The Mingus Marauders lose here tonight 48-0 on homecoming to the Prescott Badgers, and they will go on to Mojave. Mingus will host Coconino. Any thoughts on Coconino coming to town?
Yeah, that's a bit scary as another playoff attempting, right? They're trying to make a playoff run right now. Marauders just fighting for survival in the Grand Canyon region. I haven't scored a point right now in region play, so hopefully we can get to the game film and pinpoint Coconino a little bit and get on the board and get a win in the Grand Canyon region. That'd be huge. Hey, it's our first time back at home. I mean, finally we can stop singing Green Day, Wake Me Up When September Ends.
Getting really tired of repeat out there. Yeah. All right, 48-0, your final score here tonight. We want to thank our producer, Sam Jocham here, our camera crew, bringing you all the sights and sounds on Verde Valley TV and Sparklight Channel 1056. We want to thank Becca Bonner, Steve Endicott, and Kieran Hale for all our camera crew here tonight. I'm Jackie Bessler. This is Nick Yatsenko. We will so look forward to seeing you at home from Mingus Union High School next Friday night.
This has been a presentation of Mingus Marauder Football by Verde Valley Television. Any reproduction of this broadcast without the express written permission of Studio G Multimedia and the AIA is strictly prohibited. Tonight's presentation of 2025 Mingus Marauder Football is presented by Jones Ford Verde Valley. On Highway 260, visit Jones Ford, Arizona's best. Bedrock Landscaping, Materials and Supplies. Have it delivered or stop by their yard on Highway 89A in Cottonwood. Larry Green Chevrolet in Cottonwood. Find them online at LarryGreenChevrolet.com and find out how easy it is to buy a new car at Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical. For all of your HVAC needs, don't settle, get Gettles. Salt River Materials Group, a premier employer and community supporter in the Verde Valley. Taylor Waste, clean, secure, and locally owned garbage and recycling services in the Verde Valley and in the Quad Cities. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by the Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today and create a stronger tomorrow. All Price Insurance, your local provider for personal and commercial insurance. Find them at 116 North Main Street in Cottonwood. Best by Far, heating and cooling. When you need the best, they're the best by far. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, business and sporting apparel and more. Visit them online at rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by Tiffany Construction, building Arizona since 1925. Desert View Chiropractic, send your athlete ready to grow and play with help from Desert View Chiropractic. Manhattan, they've got you covered with sports caps, sun hats, cowboy hats, and more. At Manhattan, they've got you covered. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by D-Best Plumbing. Get it done right the first time. Call D-Best Plumbing. Yavapai College, supporting local athletes and scholars. Visit yc.edu and get started building your career today. Big Brand Tires on Highway 89A in Cottonwood and online at bigbrandtire.com. Thanks for tuning in. Visit us online, Facebook, or at verdevalleytv.com for more great local programming.